Hey guys, so it's the next day, it's Friday, and I wanted to do a little update video, and you can see my background. Ooh. And I wanted to do a little update video and talk to you guys while I'm doing my makeup. Sorry I look so tired. Um, a little backstory on me was I had my female issue that lasted over a month, and then I had, which is normal for me, so don't be alarmed by that, I have terrible menstrual cycles, and then I was sick and had to stay home from work a week ago. Then last week I had that really bad head cold, and now I'm back with a female issue. So my body is going through it. I have pimples, and I'm so tired because I haven't been sleeping good because I've been sick and achy, and that's why we have this big shirt on today, because I'm staying at home, but I still want to get ready and look pretty, because when I don't do that, I tend to sleep and not do good stuff all day. So I wanted to chit chat and get ready with you guys because I really enjoy talking to you guys, and I know these videos are a lot longer than some people like, but some people do really enjoy these. And then after this, I think I'm going to film 2 videos, so if you see this shirt again, I'm really not going to change it. So oh well, I think I'm gonna film a couple videos today before the hurricane comes. So if the hurricane does come and we're without power for a couple days, I will have pre-recorded videos to upload for you guys. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start getting ready. I'm gonna give you guys an update on the hurricane and why I'm here, because I'm gonna start with my Hangover RX primer. So I know that yesterday in my video I told you guys that I was working on Friday, which was true at that point. At about 8:30 last night, our governor, Rick Scott, put out a memo, a message, a conference, whatever you want to call it, and stated that all schools and government personnel and things like that, so like even my mom, she works for the school district, will be closed and off work today. So at 8:30 last night, we saw it on the news, and I was like, and my friends from work were texting me, and they're like, Miss Teague, are we actually out of work? You know, ask your mom, because they know my mom works for the district. And I was like, I don't know. My mom had no clue. And then finally at like 9:45 last night, OCPS, which is Orange County Public Schools, called us and said, like, because they send out voice messages, and said basically that like we'll be out of school due to Governor Rick Scott's. I'm gonna put a little MAC strobe cream just in a few places, due to Governor Rick Scott calling the shot and saying that we're out of work. So now we're out definitely today and Monday. So we have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off. But of course, depending on the hurricane, we could be out longer than that. In the state of Florida, I'm not sure about any other states, but we do have to make up the days we miss. So since I'm missing 2 days, there's a day in October I'm going to have to, like, I would normally be off, but now I have to work. And there's a day in November that I would normally be off, but now I have to work. Which, I mean, really to me is fine. A lot of people don't like that because they see it as like, oh, well, I was already off those days and you're making me be off these days. Why do I have to make them up? I really don't see it like that. I just kind of see it as like, it is what it is. If a hurricane's coming, it's coming. What am I going to do about it? Now I'm going to take a little LA Girl Pro Concealer in Porcelain and just put that as like a base over my freckles, because my freckles and my pimples are driving me crazy right now. So and normally I wouldn't do makeup when I'm home, but normally I would have makeup on today anyways because it's Friday and I would be at work. So I see it as I would already have makeup on today normally, so it's okay. And then this spot right here that's kind of dark, I'm not sure if you guys can see that, that's like a dry patch. Like my skin got kind of dry there, and and it's not, like, I moisturize every night and it's just not helping. So I don't know what to do with that either. My skin and my body are just like over it, so who cares. But yeah, so that's the update on my work situation. So school is closed, colleges are closed, government offices are closed. A lot of other places are closing, like my sister, she works for Chick-fil-A, and on Saturday they close at like 4 o'clock or something like that. I don't know, her schedule is really weird. I think it's Saturday, maybe it's Sunday. I hope it's not Sunday, because the hurricane's supposed to come Sunday. So I don't know. Their schedules are really weird. She was talking about it, but I don't really listen when she talks. In a nice way. But so my brother, since I told you guys he was in Tampa, since it's supposed to be coming straight up Florida, my dad went there to go help him get prepared for the hurricane because he's never been through one himself. And is it just me or do my lips look like big today? Like, I don't know why they look like that. But so now I'm going to take a little Dream Liquid Mousse. I did film a video on this, but that's the one that I said yesterday I can't get to upload, and I don't know why it won't. But I did film a video on this. So anyways, we think now that my brother is just going to come up here and stay with us for the hurricane because he lives in an apartment building that was built in like the 80s, and it is right next to like a canal or a river or something. I don't know, I've only been there like once. But it is a very old apartment building. It is next to a body of water, so my dad thinks it would probably just be best after going down there and looking to help him set up that he comes here. So he'll probably be here. I'm sure his girlfriend will come too, because her family lives farther down south, so that really wouldn't make any sense. Her family lives in Naples, Florida, which is further south than Tampa, so it's closer to the hurricane. So yeah, we don't really know yet. My parents just went out to buy more batteries. If you're looking to buy anything, we found that most dollar stores are still in stock of candles, flashlights, charcoal, lighters, batteries. We've been to $2 stores and they both have been stocked. So definitely check out your local dollar store. I think people probably forget about dollar stores and just think about Walmart, Sam's, Lowe's, and things like that when, hello, the dollar store's got it too. It might just be a knockoff brand, but I mean, it's a hurricane. You don't need Duracell batteries. You just need batteries. You know, so my parents are out doing that right now, picking up a few extra batteries. Even though we have some, they just want to be safe because you never know how many you'll need. You never know how long you're going to be without power. They claim when it hits us now that it'll only be about 100 miles per hour, that it's not going to be like the full 185 that it's out at right now, which is pretty good. Even though 100 miles per hour is still Category 4, it's much better than 180 or 190, so that's good. That's pretty exciting. What else? There's an update. I think I heard that last night Guatemala had an earthquake. Is that like true? I don't know if that's true or not. But it's just crazy right now how many devastations are happening, how many natural disasters are happening. Like first with Texas, and then this hurricane, and we have another hurricane following closely right behind it. Hurricane Jose is right behind Hurricane Irma. And I saw a meme that was so funny. It was like when your girlfriend says she about to go to the party, but you don't trust her, and it's like Irma and then Jose. Like, okay. Anyways, so I thought that was really funny. And then Guatemala having a earthquake, and then Panama, something happened in Panama. I have a friend who, her family lives in Guatemala and Panama, and she was posting about it this morning. Now I'm taking my Boing airbrush concealer and just putting that under my eye. But yeah, so it's like crazy how much devastation is going around. And yeah, I don't know what to say about any of it. A lot of people, I'm very into, this is a fun fact I've never shared on my channel, I'm very into conspiracy theories. I guess I can use that in my 50 facts video. I enjoy reading about conspiracies, and I love Shane Dawson's conspiracy theory videos. He does some really, really cool ones. If you haven't watched them, check them out. Do I believe a lot of the stuff I hear? No. But is it interesting? Of course. A lot of the stuff I hear, I'm like, really. But some stuff, I'm like, that kind of makes sense. Like, but a lot of people right now are, like, basically saying that the government is controlling all of these natural disasters. Do I believe that right now? No. Do I believe that could be possible in the future? Sure. I mean, we have an extensive amount of educated people in this world that are educated on how to create mini versions of this stuff. We could create mini tornadoes. We could create mini hurricanes. So do I think it's possible for it to be done in the future? Yes. Do I think it's happening right now? I don't think so. I think it's just bad luck right now for the United States and other countries. And I mean, what are the, I know this is going to be like a stupid question, but let me know, what are the natural disasters in other countries? Like, what happens in England or places like that? Like, what are their natural disasters? I've never heard about. Maybe earthquakes? I don't know. I've never actually like researched that, which I probably should to educate myself, because now I sound slow, but I mean, it's fine. We all gotta be slow sometimes. But yeah, so I don't think necessarily that the government is creating this. I do think that there's only so much you can do for a natural disaster. I'm now putting my Coty Airspun powder under my eyes like usual. I do think there's only so much you can do to prepare and be ready for these kinds of things. Like I said in my video yesterday, you can prepare until you're blue in the face and you still might not be prepared. Like the news might be telling you, oh, it's going to hit us at a category 4, so you're preparing for a category 4 and boom, it hits us at a 5. Like you really never know what these things are going to do. They're natural. They're, you know, part of the earth, and the earth is going to do what the earth wants to do. Mother Nature's going to do what she feels like doing. So, like, I think you can prepare to an extent, and then after that, it is what it is. It's out of your hands. It's in nature's hands. Like, right now, my window's open. I'm looking out my window, and it is bright blue skies, clouds. It's breezy. It looks like a beautiful Florida day. But we know in 2 days, we've got this, like, huge hurt. Like, you just really never know is my point. Like, today it looks beautiful. If I didn't watch the news and wasn't keeping up to date on the storm, I would never think that it's coming at the rate that this looks. So, I don't know. It's just weird. A lot of people think it's being created. A lot of people think it's done by Trump, that he's trying to get rid of us because, oh, and then that was the other funny meme that was going around, was they were saying that because Hurricane Irma's coming and Hurricane Jose is right behind Hurricane Irma, they're like, well, good thing Trump won't let Jose into the United States. I was like, oh my gosh, people are so smart with memes. Like, I don't know how people like see something and go like, bing, and like come up with like a funny meme. Like, I'm not that funny, you know? I don't know. So now I'm going to go into my Benefit Colorful Brows Kit, and I'm going to use the pencil and the brow pomade, and these are just for blondes. And I really, 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 really like these a lot. Even though my eyebrows are atrocious and I do need to get them done, this still kind of just makes them look natural. And it does not take long at all. Like with a pomade, like I used to use the Anastasia or the e.l.f., it took me so long to do my eyebrows because it's like you got to get out the pomade and get out the brush, and pomades are really thick and hard to kind of make even everywhere. But yeah, so anyways, but yeah, all my dad's kind of worried about now for the storm is behind us is a bunch of construction, and so they have a bunch of loose materials out there. Yesterday they did go through, they're like building a new neighborhood right behind us, like a couple feet behind our house now. So they did go through and pick up the porta potties and stuff yesterday that were out there. What do you guys call them? Some people say porta potties, some people say porta johns, some people say, like, what do you call them? I call them porta potties. I don't know. So they did go through and pick those up, which is good because those would, like, be the first thing to go when the storm comes. But there's also, like, they're building houses back there, and legally, I don't know how true it is, but my dad claims that legally, if you know a storm or something is coming and you're in mid-build, you have to put down the loose materials. So, like, for example, they have a wall up held by 2x4s like this. Like, ignore my finger. So they have a wall with a 2x4 like this. They need to take down that wall and that 2x4 because it's not grounded yet. It's not held up with stucco or drywall or anything like that. It's literally held up by the 2x4. So those are going to fly off, like, definitely, because nothing's holding them up. So that's the only thing my dad's really concerned about, because luckily in our neighborhood we don't have, like, oak trees or anything big like that. We have a few palm trees, but usually palm trees are actually one of the strongest trees in storms because they're not, I don't know the reasoning, but my dad talks about it, so I don't know. Because in our old neighborhood, where we used to live, there was one house that had a palm tree. Like, one guy had a palm tree in our neighborhood. Every other house had, like, oak trees and stuff like that. And all of our oak trees would always break and crash and fall, and his palm tree is still standing. Still, like, it went through Hurricane Charlie, Hurricane Matthew. It's been through everything, and it is still up there because my best friend still lives in that neighborhood, so we still go over there to visit her. And that palm tree is still there. Like, that palm tree don't play. You see how fast that was to do my eyebrows? Like, and it matches my roots perfectly, because see how bad my roots are from doing my hair? And the kids at school are always like, Miss Rebecca, is your hair black? I'm like, no, honey, it just looks dark because this is so light now that my natural hair looks really dark, when my natural hair is like a dark blonde, light brown kind of color. So it's like crazy how blonde hair can make your roots look. But anyways, so that's all he's really worried about, is the construction behind us. So he's hoping that within a day or two they're gonna pick all of that up. There's a curfew set. You can't be out past 5 o'clock Saturday, I think. Is it Saturday? I think it's 5 o'clock Saturday. You can't be out past then, due to the storm supposed to be hitting late Saturday night, early Sunday morning, hitting Florida. So you can't be out past that time. I think it's 5 p.m. Saturday, because my sister was like, wait, I get off at 5:30 or something like that. And she's like, how am I missing the curfew if I get off that late or whatever? So there is a curfew for the whole state. I'm now using my Carly Bible Deluxe Edition palette, and I'm just going in with the lightest peach shade in my crease color. But yeah, so that was funny. Her curfew, there's a curfew, like a statewide curfew, and her job scheduled her later than the curfew. So yeah, that's the update on Hurricane Irma. She's coming, and she's coming quick. She is 800 miles wide. I think she started at like 801 miles wide, and now she's to like 647, and Florida's only 500 miles long and like 300 something miles wide. Like, Miami is only 100 something miles wide. So like, the hurricane can literally cover our entire state in one like push. Like, if the eye is in kind of central Florida, central location, the hurricane will cover the entire state with no issue. Like, front, back, left, right, up, down. Like, that is crazy how big she is. Like, it's a big hurricane. And there's two right behind her. There's a Jose and something that starts with an M. Oh, no, Katia, because I remember from that song by Russ, I call her Katia, she be acting bougie. Katia is out there too. So there's two hurricanes behind them, and they don't know technically what those hurricanes are going to do yet. One is a Category 3, I believe. Jose just became a Category 3 hurricane. So if all of these hit us, I will be out of work for a long time. But I don't think they're all going to hit us, but who knows, really. So now I'm just deepening the crease with a little bit more of an orangier shade, a little bit more of a terracotta shade, if you will. It's a little bit darker. This is the color of my grandma's front door. I don't know why I'm still sick. It's like this little cold is taking 10 years to get out. Like, I feel a lot better from the cold. Like, last week was like excruciating pain in my chest and headaches, and I've been having really bad headaches recently, but I already know why, so I'm not like concerned. It's just because I've been so sick for so long. It's been over 2 months now that my body has just been sick in a way, like, not in any specific way, but just sick in a way. But yeah, so I think we're pretty prepared for the hurricane. My parents are just double checking. We're making sure we have enough water, because you're supposed to have, during a natural storm or tornado or something like that, you're supposed to have 1 gallon a day per person in your house. So for a week at least. So 7 days times 1 is 7 times 4. We're supposed to have 28 gallons of water for all of us. And if my brother comes, we're supposed to have like a lot of gallons of water. I'm not even doing math right now because my head hurts so bad. But we don't, because we don't, I mean, personally, I don't drink water. My parents got juice for me that we're going to have. So I only drink water when I'm like dying, parched, or sick, like puking sick or things like that. I'll drink water, but I really am not a water girl. It's not my style. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know anything at this point. We didn't think the storm was going to come initially. Not that we weren't getting prepared. We still made sure we were prepared if it did or didn't come. But I don't know. I don't know what to expect. Because I know before, like last year, they really hyped up Hurricane Matthew. And it was, we were without power for like maybe half a day. The whole neighborhood was. Nothing like crashed, boomed, or fell. Nothing broke. Nothing in the neighborhood was broken. Like, not saying I wish that upon anyone, but it's like they really made it sound as if that's what was going to be happening. And none of that happened. So it's like you spend your money getting out there, getting prepared, and you spend your time getting prepared and nothing happens. It's actually really frustrating because you're like, why did you hype it up so much if you knew? Well, I guess they don't know, but if you had any inkling or thought in your mind that, oh, this hurricane might not come this strong, let me tell everybody not to be too concerned. But then I guess if they tell us not to be too, I guess it's really like better to be more prepared. But I don't know. I really don't know anything right now. I'm not happy I'm out of work, but I am happy for the sense of my body can just relax this weekend and catch up on sleep, and I can get a bunch of homework done. Because now that colleges are closed, yes, our assignments are pushed back, but now we have assignments for like 3 weeks that are due all at the same time because, yes, they push the dates back, but they don't take this week and push back next week's because this got pushed back. If this week gets pushed back, next week and this week are just due at the same time. So you have double the amount of schoolwork if you look at it that way. But it's not bad. I mean, really. I'm looking off to nowhere. I'm just looking out the window when I'm doing this for no reason. But yeah, I hope the hurricane does okay and doesn't cause anything like Texas. I would be so devastated if that happened because I wouldn't even know what to do. Like, people in Texas are handling it so well, and I don't think I would ever handle it that well. I don't think I know how to handle something that well. I'm now going to mix a bunch of like copper and gold and shiny tones in here to get kind of like a funky glitter color. I kind of want like a weird peachy gold color. So I'm just gonna mix like every color in the palette that's shimmery and put it on my eye because I want to do that. And I can because I want to. But anyways, so yeah, I hope, and oh, this hurricane is supposed to keep it going too. Like, this is supposed to hit, like all the way above us. Like, I know people at work who went to Georgia. Like, they're leaving to Georgia today to go stay with family, and it's like, it's gonna hit Georgia. Like, it's going all the way up to, like, I think they projected it to, like, Kentucky or something crazy like that. I can't remember. We talked about it last night, but I'm like, wow, that's a big storm. Like, that's a huge storm. And normally, you know how strong she is because normally a storm, when it hits, like, ground, like, when it hits, like, for example, I almost just spilled my whole cup because I just knocked it over. When a storm hits, like, how it already hit Puerto Rico and it already hit Turks and Caicos and the Bahamas and things like that, normally the strength goes down. Normally, if it's a level 5, it'll become a level 4 right when it hits land, or, you know, what have you. But this one, she's hanging in there. Like, she is strong, like Donkey Kong. But yeah, no, she's staying strong, which is weird because normally storms that hit land weaken when the moment they hit land. But she's weakened a little bit, but not for what. She should already be like a level 2 for how much damage she's already caused. And she's not. She's just hanging in there. And she's staying strong, which is so crazy. And I think even the news is like, what? Like, she's strong. So now I'm just putting like a white highlighter in my inner corner to really brighten it up a lot. I don't know what I'm doing today. I'm just playing with my makeup and I'm gonna do homework, but yeah, I don't know. There's no set makeup look today. I'm just going for it. So then, y'all know me, I'm going to use my bronzer, and I've been using this Butter London Trio, and I use all three colors. I start with like the taupey one, and then I mix these two. Even though this is a highlighter, I mix these two and put it on top. So I take the taupey one with like a round kind of fluffy brush, and I just take that to kind of start off with the taupey color, and then I use a fluffier brush and mix the other two and go over top of this with that. So yeah, but anyways, being off work is nice, but it's not nice. I had some stuff at work I was planning on doing today. I had a few surprises for the kids, and I love Fridays because you get to wear your comfy clothes. Like on Fridays, you can wear jeans and your Molly Ray t-shirt, or whatever school you work at, you can wear that t-shirt. But you can wear that t-shirt any day. It's just on Fridays, like everybody wears them, and on Fridays, it's just more fun because the kids are more relaxed on Fridays because they know it's Friday, and I don't know, I just really like Fridays at work. I love Wednesdays and Fridays because Wednesdays are early days, so the kids love Wednesdays, so they come in like ready to work because it's early day. And then I love Fridays because who doesn't love Fridays? But then I kind of hate Fridays because then you know the weekend's coming and you have to start over on Monday again. So it kind of like, it's bittersweet on Fridays. But it is what it is. We have to be off. Governor Rick Scott said so. So that's what I'm going with, is that he told me so. But yeah, so now I'm just blending this out on my temples, and then I do my nose, and then I do the other two colors. I don't put the other two colors on my nose. And for my nose, I just take a eyeshadow brush that I use every day for my nose, and I just go kind of harsh at first with the initial line, and then I blend it out, blend the rest of it out. How long has this been? Oh, it's only been 27 minutes. I thought I was at like 30 minutes or something. My makeup only on a normal day takes me about 30 minutes, so, but when I'm playing with makeup, it takes me a little bit longer because I have no set goal or anything like that. So then I just kind of blend this out, make it look more even and normal. And I love this foundation. This is like, if I didn't have my pimples right now, it would be even more beautiful, but it's not beautiful because I have pimples. But such is life, right? Normally I don't get acne, which is the only thing that frustrates me, is I don't get acne. Like, I really don't. My nose contour always picks up so ugly on camera. Like, I swear it looks better in person than it looks every time I film. But again, such is life. And then I just take like this kind of brush and do the other two shades. This is just a Ulta fluffy brush they came out with like 2 years ago for their Christmas collection. It's like a ombre rose gold kind of collection. I remember I thought this was so expensive when I bought it a couple years ago because it was like $20 for like 5 brushes or something. And now I actually pay attention to the prices of brushes, and like one brush is $20 from like Sephora and things like that, and I'm just like, whoa, like, wow. I still don't use expensive brushes though. I don't see the point in expensive brushes. My brushes work just good, just as good, not just good. But yeah, I just mixed the two shades, the two darker ones, boom and boom, and put those over top the taupey one just to warm it up because those are very warm tones. They are very orangey. But I personally prefer an orangier bronzer, personally. I mean, again, personally, you don't have to prefer it, but I do. And I just work on kind of blending those out and making them look halfway normal. See how much bronzer just does for the face? Like, it just makes you look like back human. Like, now I look normal again. When I put foundation on, I look so pale and ugly that it's not right. Okay, this foundation is just so smooth, like just, you know. Okay, so now that we did the bronzy look for blush, I'm gonna go in with this Milani. I think it's in the shade Tea Rose. Yeah, this Milani blush in the shade Tea Rose. a big truck just came, and I was hoping it was UPS because I'm waiting on a package today. But a lot of packages are delayed due to the storm, so I'm really, really hoping mine comes today. I ordered a new desk. I got my new chair yesterday. I'm trying to redo my filming room because everything that was in here I kind of already owned, and I was just kind of making do with it. But now I think it's time for me to redo it and make it how I want it to look. So I'm just packing that blush on because I also enjoy a lot of blush. Like, I love blush. So, and these Milani blushes are great. I have 2 of them, and I bought them years ago, and I know you're supposed to get rid of stuff when it expires and whatever, but how does blush expire? I don't know. It still works fine. So now I'm going to take this little angled brush, I guess, and I'm going to do highlighter with it, but I'm trying to think what highlighter do I want to use. I think I'm going to mix 2. This one and this one, because this one's more pinkier, but I'm going to put this one down first because if I put this one by itself, it's too pinky. So I think I'm going to mix a little bit of them to kind of knock the too pinky. So this is the Wet n Wild Precious Petals, and the white one is the Makeup Revolution in Golden Lights. And I really love both of these. So I'm going to show you the Golden Lights one by itself. And I'm going very light-handed, so take it with a grain of salt because I'm not trying to put much of that one. So that's very light-handed, and then I'm going to put very light-handed of the Wet n Wild over top to kind of make it a little bit more pinkier. Look at this hair. Could you guys see that? And that powder all over me. Okay. So that's the 2 colors mixed. It kind of made more of a muted pinky color. I didn't want it to be too pinky.